one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we have a special presentation. And in fact, I have an executive proclamation for Foster Friendly Awareness Month, and I'm happy to have some representatives here. Damon, do you want to come on up here real quick? Damon is with South Dakota Kids Belong. And before I read the proclamation, I'd like to give you an opportunity to share a little bit about your organization and perhaps introduce our special guests joining you this evening, if that's all right. Then I'll come back and read the proclamation.
Yeah, that sounds great. Well, thank you so much for having us here. You know, we're truly blessed, and really, I think just gratitude comes, you know, as we talked about. You know, we live in some unique times where division and controversy and conflict happens a lot, and I get the unique opportunity to serve and care for some of the most vulnerable parts of our society, and that's children in foster care. And so, you know, it goes a little bit like this for South Dakota Kids Belong. You know, currently in your guys' foster care system in Pennington County, there's 514 kids in foster care, and there's only 103 foster parents. And so the problem's big, right? But what we always say is it's much bigger than just one organization or one person. An old African proverb says it like this: when elephants fight, it's the grass that suffers. You see, when business, faith, tribes, and government entities can't get along in regards to kids in foster care, it's the children that suffer. And I'm just blessed with a unique opportunity in our state where we have unity around. I think there's some sort of common grace in the inner part of a human that we can unite. You know, we have our differences, that's always true. But I think we can all agree that vulnerable children deserve to grow up in a safe, loving family. And I think with that uniting in our inner souls and in our heart, and for me, for God, I think there's greatness upon this. I've seen momentum in our state as we serve the Stronger Families Together initiative. It set the record number of foster parents recruited in its first year, and it was launched in May of 2021. And so we're in our third year, and there's still momentum. And I just want to encourage everybody that when we work together, children find families. And it's a beautiful thing because, you know, not everybody's called to foster and adopt, but I do think we're all called to do something, right? And so I just wanted to say thank you to business owners. There's over 40 foster-friendly businesses in this community that they either give a discount on their goods and services, and it's a beautiful thing. I think there's 10 to 15 churches that open their doors to create support, to create sustainability for foster parents, and then they raise awareness to recruit more foster parents. And I think it's a beautiful thing when we can all come together and make a difference. And so I really wanted to say thank you. And together, I believe this is a unique time in our state where we can one day see enough foster and adoptive parents, right? That's the whole goal. It's simple. The application sometimes is difficult. But I wanted to thank the mayor and thank you everybody sitting in this room, and also want to give a special thank you to the Lieutenant Governor, Mr. Roden, and the Second Lady, Sandy Roden. They have, I've been blessed to serve them, and over the last 3 or 4 years now, 5, goodness, we're getting old, aren't we? So it's just been a beautiful thing. And so thank you so much, and great work, Rapid City, to take the first step on this proclamation of making a priority for kids in foster care. Truly appreciate it.
Thank you, Damon. Lieutenant Governor Roden, would you like to say a few words, sir? And we can welcome everybody else up here if you'd like. And you stay up here too. We're going to read the proclamation together and we'll take a picture. But ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant Governor Roden, thank you.
Well, I will never turn down the chance to say hi, and it's been a privilege. This is the first time I've been at a city council meeting, and with a new mayor and a new sheriff, it's high time I was up here. Just real quickly, it's been such a privilege for me and my wife Sandy to be involved in this. You know, we came to a meeting of about 3 years ago, And I was about our first year, and I went back and shared the story of South Dakota Kids Belong and what they do, and because I knew it would be right up the governor's alley. And since then, that was kind of the seed that started the ball to rolling, and we formed a public-private partnership with Stronger Families Together. And Sandy has made that her unofficial Second Lady's initiative. And so it's been great. You know, I thought about it when you were doing the tribute to Wes. And, you know, we all know that every kid deserves a home. And the good book says that whatever you do for the least of these, you do it unto me. And so that should weigh heavy on our hearts. But also, just from a practical standpoint, stronger families make stronger communities. And stronger communities make a stronger state. So it behooves us all to have a heart for our young people and get engaged. And that's part of his organization, allows it. If you don't want to take the full leap, you know, you can support the people that have taken that leap in supporting foster homes. So thank you all. Thank you, Mayor, City Council. Privileged to be here.
Thank you. And I will read the executive proclamation as everybody gathers around here. And we'll take a few photographs together and we'll move on with our agenda. So, whereas the aim of South Dakota Kids Belong is to empower and equip leaders in the government, business, faith-based, and creative sectors to recruit and retain enough foster kinship and adoptive parents to meet the needs of kids in foster care. And whereas South Dakota Kids Belong serves the Stronger Families Together government initiative around foster care and is currently a leading partner in Stronger Families Together, the government initiative around foster care launched in May of 2021. And whereas South Dakota Kids Belong and Stronger Families Together is a statewide effort supported by over 165 foster-friendly businesses, over 35 churches, and 27 community leaders throughout the state. And whereas South Dakota Kids Belong empowers people to recognize that regardless of one's occupation, skill set, and life stage, one has the unique ability and opportunity to impact the lives of children in foster care. And whereas November represents National Adoption Month nationally, and we pause to acknowledge the kids in the South Dakota foster care system that they need adoptive families, as well as those in need of temporary foster family. And whereas together, we commit to ensuring every child in foster care has a home and has a sense of belonging. Now, therefore, I, Jason Solomon, Mayor of Rapid City, South Dakota, do hereby proclaim November 2023 as Foster Friendly Awareness Month in Rapid City, in its continued commitment to support South Dakota Kids Belong in their efforts to one day see enough foster, adoptive, and kinship families to meet the needs of children in foster care. Thank you. Thank you. You want to talk to the side here?
Right, 2 shots on 2, 1, 2. Second shot on 2, 1,